Hello and happy gaming, everybody. My name is Darksage Walker, and something happened to my mic. I did not realize it while I was recording, but apparently something went horribly, horribly wrong, and my last video got uploaded with no commentary. Now, some of you have reassured me that the vids are still really good even without the commentary. I do appreciate that, as I would like to think that the quality of the gameplay would in some way speak for itself, but it's galling for me because I really like to keep myself to kind of a higher standard. So, as a way of making up for my mistake, hey, second Wizard of Legend recording today. So I'm going with a different run than I went with last time. Let's get into it. So because this is kind of a bonus and I'm looking for kind of admittedly a little bit of an easier out because I wanted to talk a little bit about what happened during the last couple of days D&D sessions, I went with something that I would be familiar with. Shock Nova, Crystalline Balestra, Fiery Yo-Yo, and we're going to run a Captain's Ring setup on top of the Hope Robe, so yeah, it's a little bit of an easier one, so I apologize. Hopefully that doesn't ring out to be super hollow. I was actually talking about our D&D games over the Chilling Dungeons. I'm gonna say yes because no, maybe I should say no to that. No, I think because I can actually just keep going until I get the one I want first? You serious? Okay. That's odd. You know, I'm just gonna go for it. Just see what happens. Oh my god, Atlas isn't third! Holy crap! I feel like Christmas and my birthday both came at the same time at this point. Holy shit. I don't have to deal with friggin' Atlas? Woo! Oh, the world is my oyster at this point. Doesn't mean we have an automatic win on our hands, but Christ, just not having to put up with Atlas at spot 3. Why didn't I take the teleporter? I'm now suddenly bothered by why didn't I do the thing? Why didn't I do the thing? There we go. Yeah, I really try hard to keep myself to a higher standard. I screwed that up by not realizing that there was an issue with my mic. I apologize, but fortunately one of you was kind enough. Why didn't I take the teleporter again? Oh my god, he always wants to take the scenic route. This man, he has teleporters, he doesn't use them! But no, what I was saying is, one of the members in my Discord server actually pointed out that there was no audio on my last upload, which really, I'm not mad at you. Honestly, you telling me that was big for me because I would have just gone on obliviously and just been like, oh yeah, everything is fine. There's no problems, everything is hunky freaking dory, and no, that wouldn't have been the case. Things would not have been fine. So, I once again apologize to you guys. I try to keep myself to a higher standard, and because I hold myself to a higher standard, I think, nope, not this time. Not this fucking time. There's only so many times you can make the same mistake before you eventually learn from it. Okay, feeling less stupid now. So, yeah, like I was saying, I hold myself to a pretty high standard, so I'm hoping that you guys are okay holding me to a higher standard, because that's the sort of mistake that shouldn't have happened had I been paying enough attention. So I apologize to you guys. I'm not going to say it'll never happen again, because... Yeah. Really, game? You're just gonna kick me while I'm already down? That's how you want to play this game? But yes, I apologize. I was not even aware that there was a problem. But as I mentioned in the video, I am kind of going through some things just in a little bit of a tizzy in a mental and emotional way. I do apologize for the screw up. I'll try not to let it affect me too hard. Because by all rights, that is something that I should really have paid attention to. I should have maybe even checked my... Well, that Phoenix talent isn't going to help on level 3. Shit, why'd I spend money on that? But yeah, I am quite sorry that that such a mistake was allowed to slip past without my noticing it. I will be making sure to very carefully check for things like that in the future. It's not the first time I've had audio issues. But it is the first time that I've had audio issues that would have been, and it should have been easy to take care of. When I first started recording, I was told that my mic was off, so I just looked at it, got confused, and said, okay, well, I'm just going to turn the mic on, and we should be good to go, right? I mean, everything should be fine after that, right? There shouldn't be any more problems. Everything should be okay. No, everything was not okay. But once again, I thank you very much for bringing that to my attention. Credit for that goes to XS7X. I hope I got the placement of the parts of your screen name right. He is the one. He, she. I'm not sure what the gender is. I'm assuming he because it's wrong for me to just blanket assume a gender, but I'm guessing that's the case. But you were the one who brought it to my attention, so thank you very much for that. As said, I may not have even noticed that there was a problem had nothing been said. So, that having been said, and me now feeling like a world-class dolt... Ow. Like I mentioned, I don't like water archers. Oh, only once every couple of seconds. I just wanted to make sure, in case I forgot. Did I bring it up in the last 10 seconds? Because I'll bring it up again. Oh look, there's a reason for me to bring it up. I hate your kind. Okay, I really see no reason not to grab the singing bowl, but first I need to be able to afford it. Which means we're gonna have to do boss. Oh, come on. One would think I would have an easier time getting over my issues now that I'm doing something that I love, but... alas, my problems seem to follow me. So how is everyone doing over the last couple of days? As you well know, the last couple of days were our D&D days, and this time there was nothing preventing that from happening. No close calls, no head injuries, no nothing. We just got to sit down and have a nice D&D game. Come on, stop trying to hit me and hit me! Owie. Yeah, if you haven't noticed, I'm not entirely on my game, so apologies for that. Oh, I see you there, Tracer Barrage. So the games that we played this week, we did, with one of our friends, we did the campaign that we've been running with my Fire Elementalist and Lightning Elementalist, which, if I've not shared their names and a little bit of their descriptions, allow me to quickly do that. I believe I had explained that my Fire Elementalist was the one who had come back to life as a ghost inhabiting a chandelier, because this is a character I took clear inspiration from the Pokemon series for. Okay, Chrono Glove isn't that helpful, but we'll take it in case there's another use for it. There you go, don't be stupid. But she was originally a human by the name of Neith. She's Egyptian, hence why the somewhat foreign-sounding name, or extremely foreign-sounding name. But one of the really cool things that she's been able to do as of late is she found a way to make a golem body for herself, so that she had something semi-humanoid to relate to herself with. But she also recently hit level 7, and one of the things that she wanted to learn was Polymorph Self. Now, as for why she wanted to learn Polymorph Self, I pretty much just said it. Remember, she was human. And now living life as a ghost inhabiting a chandelier, which is now inhabiting a golem body, because the DM is very cool about allowing that to happen. She was starting to feel a little bit, I don't want to say nostalgic, but memories of her human existence were definitely present. I'm going to take Blurring Falconry, and then depending on what else is available, I either come back for Fiery Yo-Yo and perhaps Bouncing Surge. I'm guaranteeing I definitely won't have enough money for that. Oh, hello. Guten Tag, Herr Doctor. Alright. But, like I said, it's not necessarily nostalgia, but it's the idea that she was having a hard time relating to her new form. So, she used Polymorph Self to maintain the bonuses that she got from her golem body and the material it was made out of, while essentially becoming human again. And like I said, kudos to the DM for being cool enough to allow me to do that, because he could have just flat out said, dude, no, fuck you. So I'm happy that he allowed me the chance to do that. Hello. So I could just take the token back to her. Oh, but I want the fiery paintbrush. God, too many things that I want. Okay. I'm pretty sure what I'm seeing here is that there's no way I'm going to get everything that I want. can pretty much only take one of these things, and I need to decide what's the most important. Alright. Oh, you know what? I was gonna buy the Alchemist... I was gonna get the Alchemist Stone from Nox and completely forgot. God, I really am just not on top of my game today. Health. Renewing Potion Vial. Alright. It's not exactly what I was hoping for, but it's still a big help, so thank you. Thank you, Herr Doctor. So, she now has a human form, but keep in mind, she had been a ghost for a good little while before that, inhabiting a lamp. So, a lot of the subtleties of being human are things that she's not remembered. Things like having to eat, having to sleep, having to use the bathroom. These are all things that she's familiarizing herself with again, and including, and I'm sure some of you are thinking this is just going to be an excuse to get lewd in the game, but that also includes things like physical desire. And no, that wasn't something that I threw in just because, oh, I'm a horny single guy, I like thinking about my female characters. However much truth there may or may not be to that, that's not why I performed that act. I did it because that is definitely one of the identifying factors that goes into being human. Is, you know, your feelings, your desires, it is a biological function, and in being human, we all crave it to some extent or another. Soccer cleats. I don't even have any movement-based arcana. But there's always a chance I could run into Premiere the Collector and get it to him, and sell it to him. Took care of that problem before it became a problem. Wait, what hit me? I was pretty sure I was hitting that archer, wasn't I? Am I just a dipshit? Don't answer that question. So I did roleplay out a very short little thing about that. It was nothing that I went into extreme detail on. It was nothing that I was using as sort of like, you know, later that evening masturbatory aid or anything like that. It was simply to describe that it had been a while since she felt that, and she had completely forgotten what that was like. So it was something that she seriously had to stop and refamiliarize herself with. And it wasn't in the middle of a dungeon, because again, that's just, you know, looting out for no reason. No, this happened while they were at a rest in between missions. So she was in bed, she was pretty certain that she wasn't being watched. And, okay, so this is just a way for me to earn a little extra money, which I may need because I am just kind of getting my ass kicked, be it because I'm not paying attention or because I'm still not entirely here mentally, and I apologize for that. Well, there's... Oh, but then there's also Violent Thornstorm, which I'm probably not going to have the money to afford that, but I can definitely upgrade Fiery Yo-Yo. And actually, it'd be better if I did that, because I don't necessarily want multiple charge attacks. It's not that I couldn't make it work. Oh, God, I have hiccups, I apologize. No, if anything, the issue is that having multiple charge attacks leads to there being a little too much downtime. So it'd be better if I upgraded the fiery yo-yo. There we go. And box escape key, which I might need because I am not playing to my normal standard. So, yeah, that was a fun thing that I got to do with that character. And earlier in that game, she had demonstrated that she was getting used to the idea of being hungry again when she ate way too many roast beef sandwiches, and then actually got a bit of a stomach ache in the following dungeon, which, no, it didn't affect her rolls or anything, but it was there for role-playing purposes, which, if you haven't picked up on it by now, our group is very much enjoys the RP aspect of things, which isn't to say that we skimp on dungeon crawling and combat. We just really enjoy the RP aspect of it, because if you're just going straight combat balls to the wall action all the time, you may as well just be playing a video game. It's the dynamic RPing that I really, really enjoy about D&D. And I got the chance to really kind of play with that, and I kind of ran with it. I'm just hoping that our other player does. We have a small group, I should mention. But I'm hoping our other player doesn't think I was just doing this as an excuse to get really lewd and dirty-minded. Because, see, there is such a thing as sexuality without it just being for the sake of being dirty. And I suppose that deserves a bit of an explanation. I am what one would call a very sex-positive individual. So I don't see sexuality as being anything that needs to be shamed or shunned. And I know it sounds like one of those things that's easy to say for, oh, you're a man, you're just saying that as an excuse to be a dirty-minded fucker. Well, no. Keep in mind, I grew up during a time where the only thing that anyone ever wanted to discuss when it came to sexuality was abstinence only. So, yeah, you just kind of take that as a little bit of a sign of how fucked up I am. Might even be a reason why I'm still single. Because when you're being taught, hey, don't fuck yourself up with don't fuck yourself up with sex, it's bad for you. You kind of get a little bit scared to get into any kind of heterosexual relationship or sexual relationship. Period, I should say. So it all just kind of fell by the wayside, and I became really socially awkward, even though I knew the signals I was getting. But when you grow up with everyone telling you, no, don't do that because it's going to be a sin from God, and you're gonna roast like a marshmallow over a campfire if you have sex. Ugh. But no, we're not here to discuss that. I'm just giving you a little bit of backstory. Now, the backstory there designed to give you an idea as to the type of person I am and why I went the route I did with that. It was just a very short thing of her rediscovering the idea that she was feeling physical lust and desire, and I'm hoping that everyone takes it for exactly what it is. That's right, birds. 88%. Having a hard time seeing my map completion because of all these things covering up the map. Like Kali's flower diadem and Bach's escape key and the gloves that aren't doing anything, and then the bowl and the ring and the spade and the monkey and the thing and the ping. I'm gonna take a risk. Yes, I know, buddy. You just want all that attention. I know, you know that I'm talking to the people. %. I'm not worried about the last 2%. I don't have Cartographer's Quill, I don't care. So that was Neith's character growth, was refamiliarizing herself with being human. Okay, you need to die. Alright, Dice of the Nemesis is going to be real nice, especially when coupled with Singing Bowl. Tweet. Yes, I know, buddy. He's used to this being one of the times of the day that he can just be loud. So, hey, let him be loud. I'm not going to tell him no. I mean, I'm being loud right now. Nothing there I want. I guess fill in the map, but for the most part, there's nothing that Iris is selling that I'm really digging. God, that thing lasts a while. There we go. So that was Neith's character growth. As far as Lucy, my lightning elementalist, for those who either have forgotten or just didn't catch the preamble as to who the characters were, she's been holding on to an item called the Potion of Dragon Baptism for quite a while. And the whole point of it is that you drink it and you get twined into a dragon. And the type of dragon you get turned into depends on the type of dragon blood used to make the concoction. I may come back for the cotton candy yet. I just want to see what my other options are. Oh wait, I already know what my other options are. Not good. So let's drop that, grab that, here we go. So one of the things that she had discovered through her research and development time with that potion is that there is a way to alter the properties of the potion. So what she did was she found a way to alchemically purify the potion and then alter its properties so that she became something different. And what she became was something known as a Cosmic Dragon. But one of the reasons why she was waiting until level 7 to use it is, much like Neith, she wanted to have access. Oh, you're dead. She wanted to have access to the polymorph self spell in order to maintain herself as a gnome, because as powerful as being a dragon makes the character, I still wanted her to essentially be a gnome. That wasn't something I wanted to be lost, and she didn't want to lose her sense of self either. So at level 7, she altered the potion, And then upon drinking it, yeah, there was a very painful transformation sequence. It was more so role played. I didn't take a bunch of damage or anything. But yeah, the transformation was not just a take a sip, whoop. No, it was the painful, your body shifts and stretches and, you know, does all the stuff that happens when you become an entirely different creature. And yeah, that took her for quite an Elmer Fudd for her to get used to. So the next part of her saga is getting used to these new draconic feelings. Okay. Prevents burn status effect. Well, I mean, it's better than soccer cleats. So, with both of my characters, they're going through the pangs of dealing with transformations. One of them into a completely different creature, and the other one back into what she was before her campaign started. So, whereas Neith is remembering what it's like to be human again, Lucy is getting used to the idea that she has new senses and sensations to deal with on account of the whole dragon baptism thing. And for what it's worth, yes, it does make the character ridiculously powerful. Some of you right now might be going, but what exactly is a cosmic dragon? Well, I mean, the description sounds pretty clear to me, but it is a dragon that has the ability to manipulate time and space. So some of the abilities that it gets is, you know, as spells that it can just activate. You know, because every dragon gets some spells that they can activate just whenever. So as free spells, the Cosmic Dragon gets access to haste and slow. I have access to the stop spell, which I don't know. I'm guessing there's going to be a severe limitation as to what's going to be affected by that. I would assume anyway, so as to not make every combat encounter completely trivial. I also like to point out that we did go through a dungeon after that transformation, and no, I didn't even use the stop spell. I figured it was a little overkill. So, what I ended up doing... Hello. I mean, having Drea doesn't really help, but, I mean, it's nice. I think I'm good. But, yeah, though, just having access to those spells as just, you know, free actions that I can initiate once per round... I mean, that's real nice. Ow. And in case you're thinking, wow, DM is a real pushover if you let you get away with that. No, this is something that we both discussed. We both knew what we were getting into, and I was like, okay, I'm down. As far as the Draconic Breath Weapon is concerned, that you might be going, okay, what kind of breath weapon do you get? I can breathe comets out of my face. You just open my mouth, meteor. Blech. I am assuming that the way that it's described, it's functioning a lot like Melf's minute meteors. But I mean, considering the sort of damage output it has, I'm guessing I'm firing a lot of those minute meteors. So I am very much looking forward to getting back to that campaign. Not because I want to just stomp and decimate in combat. I mean, that's fun in its own right, but remember, we're a very roleplay heavy group, so I'm really looking forward just roleplaying out them getting used to their new forms and understanding how they work, remembering what it was like to be human. Like, there's a lot of really interesting roleplay potential here that I'm really jazzed for, and I would be lying if I said that I wasn't super excited about it. As far as the other campaign that we played, which was actually just this morning, I will discuss that more in a future video, but as of right now, thank you guys very much for watching. I appreciate your support and your patience. I appreciate you spending some of your free time with me. Lord knows you don't have to. Free time comes at a premium nowadays, but I definitely appreciate you spending some of it on me. Drop in on my social media. My Discord server is probably the easiest way to reach me. And I will catch you guys in another video. My name is Dark Sage Walker, and I will be seeing you.